Are students paying the price for political bungling? Lakhs of students are affected by the news that 44 deemed universities may actually be taken off that list. How do these universities get clearance in the first place? Sunetra Chaudhary reports on the background of this controversy.
The idea of deemed universities goes back to the UGC Act of 1953. The purpose was to set up super specialized institutes for specialization in single subjects. So while universities were offering multidisciplines, deemed universities would only offer research in limited areas, like the BITS Pilani, set up in 1964. There are 130 deemed universities across the country. Under Minister Murli Manohar Joshi in 1998, the UGC Act was amended to have a de novo clause. According to this, the government would allow institutes to take the deemed university status on the very first year that they set up, instead of the required 10 years if they were dealing with emerging disciplines. So, an engineering or medical college could not take advantage of this. The de novo clause allowed them to become full-fledged universities in just 5 years, provided the annual reviews by the UGC were given the all-clear. And according to HRD sources, these were manipulated. Many existing private institutes offering engineering or medical degrees till then branched into emerging fields like IT just to take advantage of the de novo clause and came to be called deemed universities. Many of these were owned by influential politicians or industrialists who flaunted their connections. So out of the 44 blacklisted deemed universities, 6 were granted during Murli Manohar Joshi's tenure. But 33 of the blacklisted deemed universities are during Arjun Singh's tenure. His successor in UPA2, Kapil Sibal, is keen to put a stop to this system and has approved the task force's recommendation of discontinuing the system altogether.
Well, joining me for more tonight on this debate with me in the Delhi studio is Dr. Hari Gautam, former chairman of the University Grants Commission during Mr. Murli Manohar Joshi's tenure. Also with me tonight is Dr. Sandeep Shastri, Pro-Vice Chancellor of Jain University. Now, that's one of the universities on the list of doomed universities. I'm also joined by Dr. Rajshekharan Pillai, former Vice Chairperson of the UGC in both Murli Manohar Joshi's tenure and the first 8 months of Arjun Singh's term. I'm also joined in studio by Professor Deepak Pantal, Vice Chancellor of Delhi University. Thank you all very much for joining me tonight. Dr. Hari Gautam, I think the people in the UGC aren't very popular at this moment with students. What exactly happened? How is it that we've had a policy that seems to have gone back and forth and now is likely to be scrapped in the short space of just over a decade?
See, when the deemed university is being considered to be awarded the status of deemed to be a university, particularly any institution, there are specific guidelines to this. Very clear norms are available. And if we really would have stuck to it, they might have not been possible to give so many institutions a deemed status university. If we gave it to, then it was our duty as a regulatory body to have monitored them frequently to ensure that they are performing.
So you're saying the blame rests on the UGC's doorstep?
As a matter of fact, blame rests on both the people, both sides. Number one, it rests on the universities, particularly the 44 ones which have not been performing. They are probably lacking the infrastructure and many other things, the deficiency which might have been noticed by the committee on which the recommendation has been made to cancel it. But at the same time, the blame should rest on the regulatory body in India for having not done their job properly to make sure that the regular monitoring takes place and the deficiency noticed, ask them to be corrected, and if they fail to do it, then the action would have been taken. So, as a matter of fact, regulatory body probably may be blamed certainly for this, that they have not done their job properly. And at the same time, the university obviously has failed to deliver.
Yes.
Tuba.com